Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Friday, May the 9th. TGIF, we've made it. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you for watching. Uh, if you're watching now, thank you very much. If you're watching later, I also appreciate you. We are just people who want to see what books are out there so we know what to read next. And Kim says, good morning. Good morning, Kim. You made it. Hope you had a good sleep. Quick announcements. I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Friday night. Our next sprints are tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, and those will go for 5 hours. Let us jump into, on Fridays, it's Freeform Friday. And today we're just going to keep on going with the Cozy Mysteries from Monday, because there were a lot of them. And I believe we were here. Murder and Mishaps by Wendy Ledger, second in the Witches of Whitaker mysteries. Ella Kelly thought she would never hear from her parents again. They would never approve of her decision to move to Whitaker and embrace her family legacy of witchcraft, one that her mother had renounced long ago. But deep in her heart, Ella knew she had made the right choice. Then one day, her mother paid Ella a surprise visit. She announced her plan to return to this town and go back to her magical roots. But her skills were rusty and her spells disastrous, and her father could attest to that. And when a murder occurs, her mother is the prime suspect. Ella and her cat familiar soon see that if they want to solve this case, they will have to heal their family troubles. Can Ella and her cat restore peace to her family and discover the killer hiding in her town? And I apologize ahead of time. I might be doing some sneezing. I haven't taken my allergy medicine yet. And I have the back door open to get some cool air in. And my nose is tickling. Good afternoon, Helen. How are you doing over there? Hope you are having a good Friday. Skeletons in the Closet by Lily Harper Hart, 9th in the Return to Magic Cozy mystery. Life in Shadow Lake has been quiet for months. The most interesting thing Ivy Morgan Harker has seen in that time is two women fighting over the same man. All of that changes when the man in question ends up dead in his girlfriend's driveway. Just who did the deed, though? Ivy thinks this case is one that can be chalked up to human weakness right up until the dead man's soul is eaten by a shadow and magic explodes in the northern Lower Michigan hamlet. It seems the town Lothario's death might be more than it appears. Ivy's husband Jack and her good friend Maddie Graves Winters. Why does everybody have hyphenated names? Join the party to track down leads. Then things get worse when the shadow appears in Ivy's daughter's dreams and seems bent on destruction. Ivy won't let anybody, magical shadow or otherwise, hurt her daughter. Of course, she's up against something she's never seen before. Not only does Ivy have to keep her daughter safe, but she also has to exonerate the woman she just knows is innocent. That means finding the guilty party. Unfortunately, there are a few too many suspects. Shadow Lake is a town with a lot of secrets. This one might just kill them all. I don't think all of them. That might be a little bit of hyperbole. Murder in the Grotto by Amy Myers. Second in the British Stately Home Mystery Series. 40-something single mother Kara Shelley is very content running the Happy Huffkin Cafe in the grounds of a quirky stately home. But her daily routine is shaken up by the arrival of a guest at Tanton Towers, the flamboyant Lady Izzy, who has plans for an extremely peculiar celebration and wants Kara to cater for it. 10 years ago, Lady Izzy's nephew, the former chair of the local ghost society, died after a ghost hunt in the tower's spooky subterranean grotto. Now she plans to commemorate his life and death with a fresh hunt in the very same place. But the morning after the event, Kara makes a horrifying discovery in the network of caves. Unless spirits can kill, There's a murderer in their midst. Soon the Towers is full of police, including the handsome but annoying DCI Andrew Mitchum. Can the irrepressible Kara keep her feelings in check and catch a cunning killer before she becomes the grotto's next ghost? A Pinch of Peril by Simone Steer, 8th in the Cafe Crimes Cozy Mystery Series. If you like some peril, oh, just a pinch of peril. Parker Hayes is trying to keep things perky at Cachu Latte with Blueberry Bliss lattes and a firm commitment to staying out of trouble. But when a mysterious note is found hidden inside an old jewelry box from the Winslow estate sale, Parker's plans for a quiet season get tamped down. When she shows up at the Winslow Manor to ask a few questions, she finds a dead body, and Deputy Colton Watkins, just shy of retirement, standing over it. Suddenly, Parker's swept into a tangled brew of family secrets, long-buried betrayals, and an increasingly hostile State Bureau investigator who warns her to stay far, far away. Meanwhile, anonymous texts start trickling in, eerily familiar ones. Her old stalker, the reason she abandoned her podcast and city life, might not be as far behind her as she thought. As Parker digs into the past and present suspects, from resentful heirs and jilted friendships to a bitter barbershop owner, things only grow more dangerous. Is the murder tied to the mysterious note, or is someone using old wounds to cover up new crimes? End of that row. We're not going to make it. We are just going to have to do a quick showing off. Lily Barlow, book number 3, The Mystery of the Tiles on the Tombstone by Carla Virgo. This series packs a punch as Southern charm and sharp wit collide with mystery once again. Ooh, that felt good. Sorry. Popped my neck. I'm going to post the link there for looking at later, since we're just going to have to do some surface looking here. Rings and Rumors by Mara Webb, first in the Sea Spray Isle Witch Mysteries. Main character is Tilly Hudgens. She seems a little overdressed for the beach. If you're looking for a beach one. Death of a Legend, a Myrtle Beach mystery, book number 8 by Caleb Weigel. We can go back if we have time after looking at all the rest of these, but let's just make sure everybody gets their moment. Senior Citizen's Guide to Life on the Run by Gwen Florio. I believe this is second in the series, at least second, because I recognize that cover style. End of that row. The Venice Murders by Maren Allingham, 11th in the Flora Steele mystery series, set in 1959 Venice. La Vita Dolce, maybe? It's a very pretty cover. Mystery at Hideaway House by Claire Chase, 14th in the Eve Mallow mysteries. Weddings and Wands by Lucinda Race, 12th in the Bookstore Cozy Mysteries. Welcome to Pembroke Cove, where witches and murders are multiplying. The Case of the Kona Curse. As you can imagine, this is set in Hawaii. This is by Emily Karmazin. Again, if you're looking for a beachy one for scavenger hunt purposes. End of that row. Hattie Steals the Show by Patrick Gleason. This is a Theaterland whodunit. The Backstage Cozy series readers are loving. Mum's Magic and Murder, 5th in the Flower Farm series by Lucia Cool. For some reason, I love this dog on the cover. I brought a broom. I found this stick. It has a broom attached to it. The Secret of Lockwood Manor by Maggie March, 2nd in the Grumpy Ghost series. She sees dead people, he is dead people, and their canine companion has a few secrets of her own. Together, they're Lockwood Cove's most dysfunctional detective trio. So apparently they're counting the dog as a contributor. Death of a Sand Scratcher by Mandy Morton, 2nd in the Feline Detective Agency book. End of that row. Yeah, we'll have time to go back. I just want to make sure everybody had a chance. Fires in Flux Sector by Diana Zarissa, 6th in the Lady Elizabeth Cozies in Space. And I'm suddenly reminded of the Muppet Show. Pigs in Space. Which pairs best with murder? By Lynn Joseph, 1st in the Mermaid Bay Wine Mysteries. She kind of looks like she's done with the day, and here's my dinner, which I am not advocating at all. Shop Till You Drop Dead by Tessa Ora, a Penelope Sinclair cozy murder mystery. Set in Maine, looks like. I think that little dog did it. Calling it now. The little dog is the murderer. The Body in the Igloo, 9th in the Sunset Lodge Mystery Series by Diana Zarissa. She has multiple series. There's certain names you start to notice that crank puppies out. Diana Zarissa is one of them. Even more than Tanya Kappas. A Mythical Case of Theft, 3rd in a Mythical Pet Sitting Mystery Series by Melissa Erin Jackson. Last Witch Attempt by Amanda M. Lee, 26th in the Wicked Witches of the Midwest. Well, except for the witch, I kind of like that cover too. That is all we have. So let's go back. Ah, new Claire Chase. I love that series. Well, let's go back. Which one was that? I can't remember which one that was. Which title? I can look. I can look in depth if you want to tell me which one that was. Okay, Hideaway House. Ah, gotcha. Oh, Claire Chase. Huh. All right, so this is 14th in the Eve Mallow Mysteries. It says 14 of 15. So there's another one coming out after this sometime this year. All right. Amateur sleuth Eve Mallow is enjoying a very well-deserved holiday in a charming cottage with her new husband, but the murder never takes a break. Nestled among the trees of a gorgeous country estate, Hideaway House is the perfect place for a holiday, complete with roof terrace, cozy fireplace, and four-poster bed. It's been a labor of love for charismatic Duncan Blake, who shot to fame thanks to his TV shows restoring old buildings, and he's hoping his hard work will pay off with a good review. Despite her misgivings, Eve can't be bought. She packs up Robin and Dachshund Gus and heads to Kesham, but from the beginning, it's the holiday from hell. First, she finds a threatening note warning her that Hideaway House has history, and then Duncan is found dead at the bottom of a ditch. But who wanted to demolish the building expert? Was it his keen apprentice who was working for free, his wife who gave up her dreams to follow his, or the owner of nearby Kesham Hall, whose relationship with Duncan was on decidedly rocky foundations? Brick by brick, Eve gathers her evidence, a missing murder weapon, a long-lost daughter, and the secret sabotage of Duncan's plans. But can she nail the killer before she digs herself into a deadly hole? Nice. Oh, lots of blurbage. And 354 pages. Definitely worth our time. It wasn't that one. There was one that caught my attention. Was it this one? Yes, because it was about a stage manager. I have been one. This is Hattie Steals the Show by Patrick Gleason. Stage manager Hattie Cocker is looking around the West End Theater where she's about to start her new temporary gig when she stumbles across the dead body of the current musical's composer. A week later, the prime suspect in the murder is on Hattie's doorstep asking for her help in proving his innocence. And to do that, she needs to find a missing musical score. And that may be found in the grand country home of producer Sir Trevor Dougray, where Hattie is stage managing a 2-week workshop for his new show. As deception is layered on deception, Hattie will have to work out who she really knows and trust. It doesn't say. I guess we won't be seeing who that author, what else that author has written. I know the name sounds familiar. Let's do this one. Which Pairs Best with Murder by Lynn Joseph, first in the Mermaid Bay Wine Mysteries. Welcome to Mermaid Bay, where the wine is fine, the gossip flows freely, and murder is always on the menu. When down on her luck, Noelle Knight returns to her quirky coastal hometown to run her late aunt's beloved wine shop. She's hoping to reset her life, maybe even uncork a little happiness. But between nosy neighbors, suspicious secrets hiding in the cellar, and a string of murders that seem to follow her around like a bad hangover, Noelle quickly learns that Mermaid Bay isn't as sleepy as it looks. Armed with nothing but her Aunt Clara's cryptic ledger, a grumpy cat named Cabby, and a handsome bartender who used to be just the boy next door, Noelle sets out to restore the Grape Escape to glory and catch a killer or two along the way. Let's see. Any other requests? Hi, Elena. How are you doing? You're okay. You're good. I'm glad to hear that. Today is Friday. I'm very, very glad it's Friday. I hope you are too. And I don't have any sprints today. I don't have sprints tonight. I will have them tomorrow though at 3 p.m. Eastern time, which will probably be what, 12 o'clock your time. Okay, hope you all have a great day. Well, thank you. I hope you do too. Well, again, I posted the link there if you want to, I'll do it again. And then it says, cool. Yes. All right. So the alarm is about to go. That is what we have for today. At least we got a chance to look at everything. Everybody had a moment to shine. You can definitely check them out further if you want to see any of those up close and personal. Next week, we have a whole new batch of new releases, starting with Cozy Mysteries again. Stuff that is being released next week. And as Lena helped remind us, we don't have any sprints tonight. They are tomorrow. We do them every Tuesday and Thursday evenings and Saturday afternoons. I hope you guys have a very good Friday. Be safe out there. You guys are in my heart. Read good books. And if you're not enjoying it, it's okay to set it aside. It's okay to set pause. You can come back to it. It's not a reflection of you or the author or the book. It's just not the right time for those three things to come together. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom. Have a good day and God bless. And Elena wishes everybody a happy weekend. Back at you, baby.